You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Buku signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Hello, everyone. We are back with Billy Giannouloudis. Billy G short for his name, and he's also better known as a life coach. And we're here today with him to talk again more about the ways that can help you improve your life. So Billy G Life Coaching, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate being back, and I love being here with you guys. So I thank you for the opportunity again.
Well, thank you so much. For those that may not know a little bit about your company as a life coach, what type of people are you helping?
Of course, yeah. So guys, I'm Billy G from Billy G Life Coaching. I'm a life coach and motivational speaker, and our goal is to help everyone live their best life. And there's been people out there that have said it before, but we want to help you in every way possible. Where if you're someone that's trying to pursue maybe a mindset goal, spirituality goal, physical goal, we want to help you do that, but we're trying to bring the trifecta together so every area of your life is improving. You're enjoying the process. So every single day when you wake up, you have a smile on your face, ready for what that day brings. And it is a blast. Every single client, every single audience, every single step of the way.
Beautiful. And to reach you, the best form of contact is?
Yeah, guys, you can go right to my website, billyglifecoaching.com. You can set up a free call with me, and I'm right there for you. Go straight into my calendar, guys. You can find me on all the social media platforms, but I'm one message away for anyone.
Love it, love it, love it. And today we have another action-packed show in store for us. We're going to talk a little bit about time and intention, right? So setting your intention on how to use your time and what you're giving your time to. Ooh, and this could take a lot of time. And yes, go ahead. Let's talk about that.
Of course, yeah. I can remember when I started hopping on the podcast and the radio show with you, one question that was always brought up was, how do we manage our time? Time management skills is one thing that we're always trying to improve, but so many things, so many changes in the schedule get in the way. How do we do it? How do we make sure we're living that best life for that matter, living life on our own terms for that matter? So this concept today, time and intention, is something I've been bringing to my clients more so, but it's a factor of us working together just as much, where someone listening right now, maybe you work with me, maybe you don't work with me, but you know one major important factor to your life is you.
Yeah.
Got to be able to prioritize time for yourself in that entire day, week, whatever it looks like for you.
Yeah.
But one thing that's becoming so common in the world today is stress around, how do I have the time? Anxiety around, how do I have the time? Worry around, oh my goodness, I don't know if I get this done. Even depression levels increase because we worry so much about, what do I do? I don't know if I can get all this done the week or tomorrow, whatever happens. So with what we do with clients is, one, you're already setting aside time for our session every single week. But in doing so, we're making sure your goals become a priority level for you, higher up on the list. So throughout the week, that's in your head consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to set your time aside, to set your intention aside, what I always have clients do is, maybe you do it at the start of the day, maybe you do it at the end of the day. But right now, to anyone listening, I say that you need to figure out, what is your best day? What does that even look like? Envision that for yourself for that matter. Write it down for that matter, but break it up. There's 24 hours in a day. How is your day normally dictated? Meaning, how much time do I give to work? Completely understandable. If that's 8 hours, if that's less, maybe that's a lot more. But you write down on a piece of paper how many hours you dictate to it. Then, all right, how much time is there for maybe meditation, maybe the gym, maybe time with my family, maybe lunch, dinner, whatever it is on the sun. But what I feel and what I've learned and working with so many people and talking to so many people is that growing up, we are dictated by the schedules from day one, whether that's, not necessarily family schedules, but school. we're taught to go by a 6-hour workday, and that's broken up into certain increments. And then as you graduate, you get to college, it's different because you have more flexibility in your schedule. However, then when you get to the work life, you are then dictated again by a schedule, unless you make the route and take the step of being an entrepreneur, where it is on you to use up all that time and however you will. So if we've been trained from day one in how to create a schedule for ourselves, because that is the norm, it becomes a habit where we don't even take into account what we're doing anymore, because it's the same all the time. If we lose track of our schedule and we lose track of our time, we're losing track of ourselves, because we're no longer pouring into ourselves. We're dedicating time to us. So if someone listening right now takes a piece of paper and they write down all the time that's dictated for them, okay, you know what your normal day looks like. Direct that more to yourself. Okay, so I wake up in the morning every single day. I have an hour. Well, to me, it's 2.5 hours in the gym, and then I meditate, and then I have breakfast, and then I go on to the work day, and I dedicate all this time to all that stuff. But if I didn't have that time for me pouring into myself at one point or the other, the entire workday might go up and down, because I'm being controlled by something outside of myself. Being able to set your intention for how you want to use your morning, how you want to use your hours this day, you take your power back. So you're no longer being controlled by the uncontrollables of life. You are now in control of the one thing that you do have control over, which is yourself, your thoughts, and the energy that you dictate into every other area of your life. So if you're empowering yourself in however you choose to, no matter what that workday brings, you will be able to handle it, because you're coming from a place of personal power, because you gave yourself, you poured into yourself. No matter what the workday brings, you will handle it, because when you pour into yourself like that, is the beauty of it, all the anxiety goes down, all the stress goes down, depression goes down, all the negativity, the stress, the anger, whatever it is under the sun lowers, because you're coming from a greater place of yourself. And being a life coach, helping people do this, I had a client earlier this morning. That's why it's so energized me talking, because this was our topic. And it's so great to see someone take hold of it and grow in this area. Because now, to give you an example, with my client today, I know I'm going off on a rant, but it fires me up. He came into session before we even dove into this time and intention topic. And he explained, hey, I'm finally starting to give myself time back. I'm getting back in the gym. I'm finally trying to, he's got a girlfriend. He spends time with his girlfriend as much as he can. He's trying to go to the gym. He's trying to be a successful entrepreneur in real estate and everything under the sun. And he's finally giving himself back to work on his physical body. And he's realizing, Bill, my anxiety is not really there anymore.
Yeah.
And his entire goal of working with me was to lower anxiety. But because he's giving himself time and improving himself in all these different areas, he now realizes, the aha moment, giving back to myself, prioritizing myself and my time and being intented, setting the intention for that. Oh my goodness, all these other negatives, lower aspects of ourselves, lower energies of ourselves, they're gone. It's incredible. And I'm so fired up now, I'll say it again, but I'll pass it back to you, Jill, because I just went on a rant.
All I want to know is, what time do you wake up? Did you say 2.5 hours in the gym?
Yeah, I'm there at opening. And luckily they've been opening.
What time do you wake up?
I'm up at 4 a.m. every single day. Yeah, to get in the gym. And I love it. I'm wired. So I'm up within 20 minutes. I'm out the door. I'm at the gym. And I don't take pre-workout. I don't take any energy drinks or anything like that. It's just, I love it so much. It fires me up to be in there. But I don't know. I think there's some sort of bodybuilder inside of me where I just love putting the work in. So it's there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But they do say the early bird catches the worm. You bring that to another level. But it's true. Like the most successful people wake up early. That is like a proven fact. I don't know the details on that, but do you know anything about the body and about that concept about getting up early? Tell me.
Of course. Yeah. And like you said, all the greats talk about it. Heck, all the athletes talk about it just as much. And I always sat there, and I believe Arnold Schwarzenegger could say it first, but then you have people like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all these incredible, and I sit on the body level with athletes say it, but even successful entrepreneurs or people that are at the higher levels in life, some people, like so Tony Robbins, I'll use him as an example because I was trained by Tony Robbins. I learned through him and his team of therapists and how to help people and impact them with what he brings on stage directly to individuals. So one thing that he does is his schedule is so packed that he needs to essentially, like we talked about, set his time and his attention for certain moments throughout the day to make sure he's getting the most out of himself and everything. He doesn't sleep as much. He's not going to get an 8-hour work day or 8-hour sleep day, I should say, because he needs to use the rest of that. So you have guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger that said, okay, if we're all taught that 24 hours in a day, okay, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and then so on and so forth, what you do with the rest of the time, but predominantly more sleep, I feel. If you think about it, what happens if you're getting 7 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep? You're still getting rejuvenated, you're still getting rested, but now you have 2 more hours to give to something else. Whether that is your business listening right now, whether that is your family, whether that is you finally have an hour or two back to yourself to put into personal growth, to put into self-improvement for that matter. But we're all taught that we only have a certain increment of the day. Why not fluctuate that? And so with me waking up at 4 a.m. every single day, it probably started because I never was a fan of a packed gym. So I wanted to get in there before everyone else.
Oh, interesting.
Right? But at the same time, if I'm going to be in there and dedicate a goal of mine to my physical body and making sure I look the best, I feel the best, I'm energized and I'm healthy, because that's always been a factor for me. If I'm going to dedicate the time to that, I need to wake up early, get that done, so I still have all of this time in the rest of the day to dedicate to goals, to dedicate to family, to dedicate to clients and friends, and making sure my life is pursuing this dream, this goal for deeper people, this destiny for that matter, of what I know is there for me, which is being successful, which is helping audiences and client members, which is being a speaker that's impacting so many people. With that being my driving force, waking up early is simple as ever. But with people that struggle with waking up early, with people that can't necessarily set the alarm, and they might hit the snooze button 30 times over. And I do have clients that do that, and we're working on it. But, if that does happen to you listening right now, you got to ask yourself, what is your driving force to get up? What is the purpose of that? What is the dream? What is motivating you or inspiring you to get up and do something more? And I don't know, I think that number has lowered where people know what that is, which is why it's easier to hit the snooze button, or depression levels have risen so much in our country and around the world right now, because we don't have that motivating factor anymore. So when people come in as a coaching client or there's audiences, the first thing we do in every speaking seminar is we give people a notebook. And one thing that we start this, so we have the intro where people are getting fired up, and then we take all that positive fire and that energy and we give it back to them, where use this time right now, 5 to 10 minutes or so, and write down what 3 goals are for yourself that you want to change in this very moment, that when you leave here, you will walk out that door knowing that there is a direction you're going in. And people take that, they get energized throughout the entire seminar. They're loving it. They're moving forward. When they leave energized, knowing, okay, I just took a step for myself. So if we take that back to your morning, where you're hitting the alarms going off, you're not hitting the snooze button, you're hitting it off, and you're getting right up. You then know, no matter what happens today, I'm going to set my time and my intention for, at some point today, I am taking a step towards the right direction, the dream, the goal that I have for myself. From that point onward, no matter what happens in that day, it's not going to throw you off course, because you're now in alignment to we'll say the greater version of yourself. That vision, that dream or goal is unfolding for you. And you just get into alignment by saying, yes, I'm taking a step today. Maybe me waking up at 4 a.m. every single day is me doing that. Maybe it's just I'm so wired in the gym. But I know that me doing that puts me ahead of I'm not going to say everyone else. I'm going to say ahead of the old version of Billy, from yesterday's version of Billy, because I can only be a better version of myself every single day. I can't be Tony Robbins. I can't be someone else. I can't be Ed Milet for that matter. I can only be me and improve on me every single day. So why not?
And what time now does Billy go to bed? I got to know.
If sometimes my clients go longer in the night, but I'd probably say I'm probably passing out at 10 p.m. But, some days, if I get invited to go to a Celtics game, I'm up in Boston, Massachusetts. So if I go to a Celtics game, or any game for that matter, and I get home at midnight, I'm still up at 4 a.m. I'm still wired, because that's just the daily routine. That's the habit where I know I have to work on my body. I know I have to eat healthy. I know I have to take these steps. Yeah, sleep fell off at one point, but I'm going to sleep tonight. I'll just pick back up,
On the weekends, do you sleep in ever?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do on the weekends. I still get a workout in, but because I don't go to the gym on the weekends. I get outside, I do some sort of cardio whether that's a hike, whether that's laps around the track, whatever, the field, whatever it is. But I allow myself to sleep in an extra hour or two on the weekends or probably 3 hours at that point as soon as I wake up, I'm at the track. I'm going. I think it's become a necessity now. When I wake up, I need to do something energizing, physical. Maybe it's meditation for that matter, but I need to get my day moving. And I feel energized when I do that.
Awesome. I love it. You're right. I feel better when I wake up earlier on the days I don't, but I also have the kids, so it's stressful. It's like, I don't feel right. I'm so off. And then I just feel out of whack and out of balance, and it's not a good thing. So maybe not everyone can wake up at 4, but the truth of the matter is you can wake up a little earlier than you are now to get some of your stuff done. It's just good practice, good mindset, good habits, and it can help you in the long run become more successful.
Yeah.
Now,
exactly.
do you, all your clients though, let me ask you, do all of them wake up early, or do you kind of coach them into this whole thing, and have they had this whole epiphany about, wow, waking up early is really amazing?
I've definitely had a lot of clients come in that they have changed their sleep schedule, and they do say like, no, I feel so much better. Like I'm getting my sleep. I'm going to what some people still go to the gym. Some people start the workday right away, but it's a matter of changing those habits, changing those routines. And a lot of us, we get so stuck into a similar routine over however long, because we don't change that, we don't see the results coming at the speed we would like them to. I'll say that. Everything comes in its own time. However, the action steps we take help move that along. So if we're changing our routines to get a better results, we'll see that. So clients coming in, some of them that know their sleep schedule is off, they want to change that. At the same time, I have a lot of teenage clients who sometimes they do not wake up. They'll sleep through a session for that matter. And sometimes I get to the house if they're in my area, and I'm the one waking them up, where I'm like, hey, we had a set time. I'm not going to let you get away from this. And they're like, oh no, I overslept, because they went to bed at 2 or 3 a.m. But at the same time, it's your priority level. What is your top priority? What is directing you and pulling you to something greater for yourself? Eventually, your sleep, it's not going to take a backseat for that matter. However, your dream's going to wake you up. Like I'm at the point now, I woke up at 2:30 this morning and realized like, oh wow, I still have an hour and a half to sleep. That's crazy. But I didn't need the alarm. I was already awake, because I knew I get so excited for these shows, but then I have clients throughout the day. I'm fired up, ready for what the day brings. Not, oh my goodness, another day. I gotta go to work. I gotta do all this. Like my energy is so driven from the vision of it's gonna be a great day as it is, and my day starts in that way every single moment for that matter. I love it.
I love it. Well, let's also remind everyone how we can reach out to you. Phone lines are open 631-317-1291, 631-317-1291. If you have any questions, anything, nothing's off limits. And how can we reach you?
Yep. Guys, you can go to BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can see everything that we're about on the website. You can set up a free call with me by just clicking around the link. It brings you directly into my schedule. You can pick a time that works for you. From there, you can go to Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis. You can message me. You can see all the motivational posts we have on there. And I'm going to respond to you guys. I'm right there in your corner no matter what. From there, you can go to Facebook, type in Billy G Life Coaching. You're going to see us pop up. Type in my name. You're going to see everything that we're about. And then lastly, go to YouTube once a week with Billy G. You can comment on the videos and I will respond to you, but you get a motivational message every single week, and that will empower you and help you take a step into something more, or help you, we'll say, relieve some of that negativity. Every single week, we want to put something out there to help you, and that is our goal every step of the way.
Awesome. Awesome. And any new client experiences you want to share with us? I know you always have some good tips and good stories for us.
Yeah, of course. I have a couple, but let's see. So I'll connect it to the YouTube channel. This past Sunday, we actually brought 2 client examples into our weekly message. And the title of this message was Awe and Amazement. And I've got 2 clients. don't know each other. They're both from Canada, but they do not know each other at all. They're from different parts, but each of them finds the awe and amazement in every single day. And I find that so amazing, for that matter. And something about it just sparked me to make into this past Sunday's message, because we know that there's so many stresses going on in the days. No matter what we do, no matter what pops up in the day, these two clients make sure they prioritize themselves, but they prioritize a time to get away. One client, she's in her 50s right now, and every single morning she's up when it's funny. She wakes up at 4 a.m. just as much. So there's an example for you right there. But she gets up every single moment to walk the dog. Not so much, oh, I got to get the dog the walk in.
Yeah.
It's because she wants to be able to witness something on that walk. Usually the sunrise, I should say, is what grasps her. But she steps out of that house every single day, just enjoying the day, seeing as she says it, the artwork of the sunrise. And no matter on that walk, maybe a bunny or something crosses her path, she sits there and she's like, wow, that's so incredible. Like she's no longer, we'll say, hindered by the stressors of the day. She's just waking up and like, what's the great thing that's going to happen today? And she's someone who's actually growing in her faith. In our sessions, we actually talk deep into spirituality and faith aspects. And one thing that sparked me in this past week's session, for that matter, was she is so new to her faith. And I love witnessing the awe and amazement she looks at, because, wow, like the artwork, like that's so incredible. Every single sunrise and sunset, for that matter. And I had to stop her in our session. And I said, I got to tell you, I love how much you look at every single part of the day and you find something good in it. Since she's growing her faith, I go, now look back at yourself and find that awe and amazement, because that's how God looks at you. And when I said that in our session, she stopped, she sat back in her chair and she goes, wait, really? Because I think that's something we all overlook, is where we're all made so incredibly. We all have so many skills, so many gifts, so many resources, so many great things about us that we bring to the table that we overlook because we get so caught up in every other thing that pops up in the schedule or pops up in the day, or worries that pop up. But if you get back to a place of awe and amazement, where just as this client does, when she goes for a walk with her dog, she's looking for the greatness in every single moment. And then you take that back to the mirror and you look in the mirror and you say, oh my goodness, like if I was made for this awe and amazement, just as that sunrise and sunset was, what else is great about me? You set your intention so differently for the rest of the day, where you're looking at what's so great about you. It completely diminishes negative thoughts, negativity, anxiety, fear, depression, the whole 9 yards fade away, because you're now walking in a different outlook of yourself. I loved it. And that was such an empowering session last week. But then the other one, our example also from Canada, incredibly successful entrepreneur, construction guy. He's grown his business exponentially. And he just as much makes sure he prioritizes time for himself at some point every day, even if it's 10 minutes or so, to meditate, to just spend time and look at the world, we'll say. And for these two clients to be an example right now, where they actually set aside time, prioritize time in their day to sit back and witness what is going on around them. To anyone listening, how often do we actually do that? Where we take a step back and we're like, all right, let me just be here for a second.
Yeah.
Right? Everything's so go, go, go nowadays. And that's become the norm, which I get it. Life has grown so much. Society has grown so much. But no matter where your go, go, go day ends up, you need to be present in those moments. And the only way you can be present is to come back to where you are right now in this present moment. And I always say, and I think Tony said this just as much, we are not a human doing, we're a human being. But the only way you can be a human being is to be right here. So,
oh, I like that. Say that one more time. Wait, say that again. He says, say that. I had to process that.
Tony says we are not a human doing, we're a human being. I added just now off the top of my tongue, we are a human being, right? We're a human being, but the only way we can be a human being is to be right here in this one moment. And when you can take things back to the present moment, that's what meditation does. That's what prayer does. That's what just relaxing does. It's meant to do that where your mind isn't rushing, for that matter. When you come back to the present moment, you find so much good about yourself, but you're able to witness all the good around you. And in a world that is now, there's so much fear in the world today. There's so much struggle in the world today. When you can just come back and witness and look for the good that's around you, you find it. And if you find it, something good just happened in your day. That's a victory in itself. But then you can take that good, that light, that healing, that love, whatever it means for you, to someone else and make their day good. Why not do that? So these two client examples, we went deep into that in these past few sessions, but it's just so incredible how great, it's so incredible how incredible we all are. And if we take hold of that and no longer let all these limitations and fears and thoughts and worries, I guess, put a lid over us, the sky is the limit. I think that's how we're supposed to live, because limiting beliefs fade away, but empowering beliefs, for that matter, help you climb the ladder, help you climb the mountain. Why not do that? All starts with what's around you. It's incredible.
I love it. I can't believe it. You are on a roll today. I barely talked. It doesn't mean I have to talk, but seriously, we still have the 3 minutes left. But what else do you want to add to this? My goodness.
Yeah, no, of course. I'll keep going. You can put me on for as long as you want. So the other client example this morning, we got fired up in our session. We went just into another deep conversation. And to anyone listening right now, when you come into one of my sessions, I don't know if other coaches do this, but I love taking things to a deeper perception, a deeper concept, where when your perspective changes or you see things from a higher perspective, so much changes that you now can see your situation, your problem, your answer from such a higher vantage point. You realize, oh, the stress is gone. Let me just take these few steps and I get there. And with our sessions, we're dedicating time every single week to help you through that, to where now, like a client today, he came in and he just felt so good. And he explained, like, Bill, like, we haven't seen each other in 3 weeks because of scheduling and certain aspects popped up in the way. But he comes and goes, Bill, like, the last few weeks, like, I've really tried to stay hold of everything we're doing, and I'm seeing the result. I feel like I'm in alignment, and I feel like everything is just coming together, and I'm not worried. My anxiety's it's so much lower. And I just sat back and I go, you got to understand, that's everything you've been working towards.
Yeah.
And right, I know we're coming close on time right now, but he explained, he's the one I said earlier where he gave the example. He's like, I'm finally getting back in the gym. So one thing that I've always mentioned here on the podcast Business News Network is that the trifecta is what we try and help people with. Grow the mind, grow the body, grow the spirit. And people, every single person in the world, I believe, is pursuing some aspect of that triangle. Some people move on 2 forms of that. Some people move on 1 form of that. However, with what we do is we want to grow every aspect of you. And in our sessions with our client this morning, we've grown the mindset level. That was the main goal, is to make sure anxiety faded away. So we grow that level. And in growing your mind is a spiritual tool, for that matter. You naturally grow spiritually in that aspect because of how deep we go. And then now that he is adding the physical aspect, we're getting back in the gym, which was a goal of his for so long. I explained to him, you're now completing this trifecta aspect. And he explained, Bill, I feel it. Like, I feel good when I wake up in the morning. It's not just the fact that I went to the gym. I can feel the fact that I'm improving all these areas.
Okay.
Why not? Like, why not keep doing this? And that to me was like, you're doing it. And I just sat back. I was like, hey, you're doing it. I don't have to say anything else at that point. But after that, our session went to such deeper levels for many of his goals. But it's just such a joy to be doing this work and helping people, because it's not so much that I'm the one helping them. It's so much that I get to witness people actually taking these steps forward to better themselves, and they see the results. And that's such a joy of being a coach, of being a speaker, because why not help the masses?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Do, right? Why not?
Well, thank you, Billy G. How do we reach out to you?
Yeah, guys, one last time, guys, you can go to BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can set up a free call with me by going right into my schedule. Go check that out, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis. Send me a message. I'll be right there for you. Facebook, Billy Giannouloudis, Billy G Life Coaching, and then YouTube, once a week with Billy G, guys. You can find me, and I'm right there.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Billy Giannouloudis of Billy G Life Coaching. You can find me here on the podcast Business News Network, where we'll be
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, God and a fan.